Working for Communicate as a newly qualified therapist has been the best decision that I made. I started off my NQP journey working in an NHS team because that's just what I thought you went into as a newly qualified. I didn't think anything different. Also, the RCSLT competencies I felt were quite geared towards the way that NHS services work. And the way that university courses are taught is all about NHS values, and all my placements were NHS, so that I felt was all I knew. But actually, there's a whole other world out there for newly qualified therapists, that being with Communicate. Communicate were able to give me protected time to complete my competencies, which actually without that I wouldn't have been able to do. Having to juggle a caseload alongside doing the competencies in the NHS team, it always took a back foot. It always went to the bottom of the priority list, and with Communicate that just didn't happen because every Friday afternoon, that's when I did my competencies, and that was just what I did. That was part of my role, and it was very much seen that way by my supervisor. My supervisor was a fantastic support in checking in on me, making sure that I was on track with things. Was there anything that I needed to support me to get through those? Yes, of course there is, and they would make sure that it happened. I would be given shadow time with other members of the team to make sure that I was able to see a variety of roles, and have different experiences to reflect on for those competencies. As part of doing those shadowing experiences as well, I was able to see the different roles that Communicate has within the team, hear about different projects that therapists have been a part of developing for the service and also for the community. Communicate is all about giving back to the community, and that is definitely something that runs through every single therapist, and is very much seen as paramount. Communicate have a team who have extensive knowledge in the clinical field. I was able to ask questions and I would always get an answer from somebody. If not, it would be someone going, let's find out together. Let's have a research, let's have a look what's available. If there were those gaps in my knowledge, Communicate encouraged me to go on training courses, whether that be in-house or external as well. They were able to go, okay, let's put you on this training course. Let's have a little look. Let's develop your skills even further and go on to these different courses. I was able to have resources available to me, that allowed me to do my job in various settings, which made things so much easier, rather than having to muster up together random resources or constantly printing out different things, and laminating and things. Things were there and ready for me. The team were incredibly supportive that I worked with, and they would be signposting me to different resources that I could use with different clients to make sure that they were engaged and they were having a good time in my sessions. I can honestly say that moving to Communicate as an NQP was the best decision that I made, and I would encourage any new therapist coming out of university to consider a role with Communicate.